I am sorry that my message was in the heat of the moment, because when I initially spoke on the topic, it really came from a place of care.
I have no doubt about that.
As well as audio and video review of the game, we have not substantiated that.
I was so shocked when I heard Chiney say it, because I'm like, Chiney Ogwumike is one of the ones that I'm like, is actually a good basketball analyst.
Investigating made-up lies from Twitter people, that alone substantiates the claims.
Did Angel Reese really spark this entire controversy with false claims? The WNBA investigation just dropped bombshell results. No evidence of racial slurs from Fever fans. But here's where it gets messy. Chiney Ogwumike and Natalie Esquire are now in the spotlight for their reactions. What went wrong, and why are fans celebrating this outcome? Let's break it all down.
The WNBA and accountability, two words that have never been in the same sentence.
Obviously, the WNBA releasing her statement, and let's not forget, we all know what Chiney Ogwumike has said. Chiney Ogwumike.
Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video.
WNBA reporters and accountability. WNBA analysts and accountability.
Basically said that players and coaches complained. Players and coaches were the reason for the investigation.
It started during an intense matchup between LSU star Angel Reese and the Indiana Fever. In the middle of the game, Reese claimed some Fever fans hurled racial slurs at her, pointing fingers specifically at fans sitting near the court. These accusations weren't just serious, they were explosive. Reese didn't hold back, making it clear that she felt disrespected and targeted in a moment where everything should have been focused on basketball. Almost instantly, her words began circulating online and reactions poured in. The WNBA couldn't ignore this. Reese's claims triggered an immediate investigation, with the league determined to uncover the truth of what happened. But as fast as the investigation kicked off, the internet moved even faster.
The WNBA today issued the following statement regarding Chicago Sky at Indiana Fever game on May 17th, 2025.
It started from Twitter. Somebody pretended to be at the game, claimed they heard a certain animal noise, and it was a dolphin noise. There was an animal noise, but it was a dolphin noise.
Social media took off in every direction. Chiney Ogwumike, a leading voice in the WNBA, was quick to show her support for Reese, calling out the alleged behavior during interviews and on her platforms. Natalie Esquire joined in too, emphasizing how unacceptable racism is in any setting. Their messages gained traction, but they also ignited a storm of backlash aimed at Fever fans, painting them as villains before the facts were in. Amid all this, video footage started surfacing. Jana Liquid, a well-known content creator who films courtside moments, posted clips from the game showing the same section of fans Reese had referenced. The footage didn't seem to match up with what was being alleged. Fever fans defended themselves, saying they didn't say anything offensive, let alone racial slurs. Still, the damage had already been done. Social media wasn't interested in waiting for the full story, and many felt rushed to pick a side. The WNBA's investigation revealed how thorough they had to be. They reviewed hours of video, conducted interviews, and asked dozens of people in attendance about what they saw or heard.
I'm sure you've seen the WNBA statement on the investigation, and I want to address this with the same energy I did the first time, because
we investigated the report of racist fan behavior in the vicinity of the court during the May 17th, 2025 Chicago Sky at...
After combing through every piece of evidence, the league announced there was no proof that any racial slurs or inappropriate comments were made. Fever fans were vindicated, but this left huge questions hanging over Angel Reese's accusations and the public figures who had amplified them. What happened next? Let's get into how this turned into a test of accountability for everyone involved. When the WNBA investigation findings came out, the spotlight shifted straight onto Chiney Ogwumike. She had been one of the loudest voices condemning the Indiana Fever fans after Angel Reese's accusations. During the height of the controversy, Ogwumike made it clear she stood with Reese, labeling the alleged behavior as completely unacceptable and calling on the league to address the matter swiftly.
On information gathered to date, including from relevant fans, team, and arena staff, as well as audio and video review of the game,
there are going to be an extremely small percentage of bad fans. No matter where you go, there is going to be an extremely small percentage of bad fans.
But investigating the claims, investigating the allegations, investigating made-up lies from Twitter people.
But when the investigation revealed no evidence of racial slurs, everything she'd said earlier came under fire. Ogwumike responded by releasing a public statement addressing her earlier comments. In her apology, she said, "I am sorry that my message was in the heat of the moment because when I initially spoke on the topic, it really came from a place of care." She explained that her initial stance was based on conversations she had with people close to the situation who had expressed concerns.
Code of conduct based on information gathered to date, including from relevant fans, team, and arena staff.
It was based on firsthand conversations with people very close to the situation.
Who was close to the situation? Because the Chicago Sky players, I mean this when I say this.
While she took responsibility for reacting too quickly, her words didn't satisfy everyone. Some fans appreciated her addressing the issue, but others felt her apology tiptoed around accountability. The backlash only grew louder, with many questioning how someone in her influential position could speak out so strongly without waiting for the facts. Adding fuel to the fire, Natalie Esquire doubled down on her earlier support for Reese's claims, despite the investigation's findings. Esquire stated in her comments that just because there wasn't video evidence or witness testimony didn't mean the incident didn't happen. She argued that investigations are complicated and said, "We don't even know if they were able to talk to anyone." Critics were quick to push back, saying her remarks discredited the thoroughness of the process and extended the fallout unnecessarily. This situation underscored a key issue in sports media: the need for accuracy over quick takes.
I would assume she's talking about her sister. Chicago Sky players didn't say anything. Chicago Sky coaches didn't hear anything. Indiana Fever players didn't hear anything. Indiana coaches didn't hear anything.
The WNBA is committed to fostering a safe and inclusive environment for everyone and will continue to be vigilant in enforcing our fan.
The rush to judgment left lasting damage, sparking serious conversations about the responsibility of public figures. Ogwumike's apology was a step forward, but the scrutiny she faced showed just how high the stakes are when these accusations come into play. So, what does this mean for the league and its fans? Let's break that down next. The WNBA investigation cleared the Fever fans, but what stood out was how fast unverified claims caught fire. A single accusation spiraled into media frenzy before facts came to light. In high-stakes sports, where emotions run wild, that's all it takes to shift the narrative. This case serves as a reminder to question headlines and wait for the truth before forming opinions.
Passed by 17 different people, and suddenly, by the time it finally ends up getting to the top against the Players Association,
Substantiates the claims. That alone already gives legs and makes this thing take off and walk. WNBA.
The league showed patience with their thorough investigation, but the rush to judgment from others overshadowed it. What's next for Angel Reese, Chiney Ogwumike, and the WNBA? Stick around for updates on all the league's most talked about moments.